Hello everyone, this is Ben from Monster Degree Studio. So I decided to make a little Godot tutorial about Steam achievement because I implemented it for the game The Nightcrawler that we are about to release. And it was quite annoying to gather the information from many places. So yeah, it could be a good idea to make a tutorial to upload there. Okay, so first thing first, we need to download the Godot Steam GD extension and the one suitable for your Godot version. I'm on 4.4, so this is the one I will get. Just click on install. Here I have something that say there is a conflict. That's because I already have it inside my add-ons, but you should be safe by just clicking install on your side. And after you install, make sure you restart the editor, otherwise, yeah, it may not work properly. Okay, the next step is to go on your Steam partner account and go to your achievements. So when you're here, make sure to create the achievement the way you want. So make sure this is the actual key that you want, and it will be referenced in the code. So you can create two kind of achievement. There is the traditional achievement, which are basically true or false. They could be hidden or shown to the end user. And then you have the progression-based one, which are linked to something called stats. So for those one, before creating the achievement, make sure you create the stats. So I will show you quickly how it works on the stat side. So whenever you create a new stat, you will see you need to define which kind of variable gets stored on the Steam side. So int, float, or average. For example, you have a integer value, and then you create a key for that actual stat. So just for simplicity, make sure you reuse the same name as you use in the Steam achievement, and then you should be okay. Make sure you set up the minimum value and max value. Tips here for the max value is to set up a little bit more because if for some reason there is some failure on the server whenever you update the stats, it may happen that you are incrementing more than the maximum limit, and then you will get an error message, and you may end up in a cases where you can't actually um, trigger the achievement because the Steam will say that you already reached the limit, and whenever you update the stats, it will fail. Okay, let's dive in the code. So the first step is to define the Steam app ID. So make sure to replace that with your own, so you can find it here. Then inside the code, we need to define the achievement dictionary and statistic dictionary. So what are those keys? So for the achievement one, that will be those one. And for the statistic one, it will be the actual stat, not the achievement one, because for achievement that are stats based, you don't need to set up the achievement. You just need to create the stats. And whenever the condition is reached, so for example here, 50, if I update the stat and it's up to 50, it will automatically set the achievement as complete on Steam side. So with that in mind and everything set up, we need then to initialize the Steam init. So for that, we are calling this function provided by Godot Steam with the Steam ID that we defined up there. And this is to make sure we get a callback from a Steam server. Whenever we make a request, we get a response. Okay, so if the response is okay, then we say that Boolean here to true, saying that we actually want to send the data to Steam. So that means when that script is ready, we will initialize all the Steam statistics and Steam achievement. So basically what that does is it's calling the statistics from the Steam server, and it will mm, basically go one by one for the one you define here and check if you have a value bigger or lesser than what is stored on Steam server, and based on that, set the statistic accordingly. Feel free to edit that based on your game because I don't know, maybe you want to have some stats in reverse in your game. I don't know, but everything's possible. Same logic here for setting the for loading all the Steam achievements. So yeah, just have a look at it, but it's way more simple for it because uh, the achievement basically is just true or false. So in all your cases, all the cases, I think it should be set to false. So whenever this is done, if you launch the game, you will be able to see if you have your Steam app opened that the game is triggered like that, and whenever you are inside the game, you will be able to see the Steam overlay here if you're on Windows. On Mac, it may not work, uh, and on Linux either. So, yeah. After that, we may want to set the statistics or achievements. So, in order to do that, for the achievement, it will be really simple. So, whenever in your game you want to set an achievement, you will call Steam Manager like that dot set achievement, and you provide the achievement key, and it will automatically update the local achievement variable to true, and it will call the store Steam stat, which use this steam.storestats provided by Godot Steam that will directly call the Steam server, and then update the achievement. For the statistics, it's the same logic. So you provide the statistic string, the actual key for the from the stat here. Then you provide the value. So if your statistic is an integer, you provide an integer. If it's a float, you pass a float. If for some reason you want to have float, you may want to edit that to be a float. Otherwise, you may have a problem. And here is a third parameter that I set it up called isLazy that I use for some cases where I update the stats. I want to update the stats locally, let's say in a loop, but I don't want to hammer the Steam server just to update the stats 20 times in 1 second. So I will then manually call the store Steam stats and just have one request. And yeah, so I will provide you the file. You will have an example for everything. Again, make sure you replace the Steam app ID. And if for some reason you have some problem, you may go to the Godot Steam tutorial, uh, getting started, initializing Steam here, and make sure like you see all the way. So the script I use here is basically a copy paste from the different ways that there is to set the initialization and the statistics. So initialize is here, then you have the stats and achievement. But I tweak it a little bit so it works directly for you guys. Anyway, if there is any error, feel free to reach in the comment or join our Discord server, and I will be able to help you. Bye.